Hello everyone, my name is Ian and today I'm going to talk to you about what it means to be a flying crew chief or an FCC. Now, I know we all have some form of military affiliation, so if you will, imagine with me that there are several soldiers in need of evacuation at some base in some war zone. There's a cargo plane that is supposed to pick them up at a certain date and certain time, but that plane could not arrive because of some maintenance issue. That's where I come in. I fly with the plane to ensure that the maintenance is taken care of so the plane can get to its overall destination and ensure the mission is completed. Now, being a flying crew chief isn't just flying around and all that. It starts with a lot of learning. The first thing you must learn is you must learn your own career field. Most flying crew chiefs, their career field is being a crew chief, or APG, which stands for All-Purpose General Mechanic. Now, once you master your own career field, there are five other career fields that you must take into account and learn a general system knowledge. There's E&E, which are the electricians. They make sure power gets to wherever it needs to go on the aircraft. There's ComNav, or communications and navigation. They ensure that the plane can talk to whoever or whatever it needs to talk to via the radios, and they take care of the navigation equipment on the plane. There's GACs, or guided and automated control systems. They take care of the autopilot and stuff of that nature. There's hydraulics, or hydro. They take care of making sure hydraulic fluid gets to where it needs to go in order to move, let's say, flight control surfaces, landing gear, stuff like that. And then there's engines, which pretty self-explanatory. The people that work on engines. Now, after you obtain enough knowledge to say you can work on all of those systems, you don't have to be proficient at all the others except for your career field, but you still have to have at least a general system knowledge. After that, you must be picked by your supervision. And what you do is you fill out a checklist of all these tasks that they want you signed off on and making sure that you know them. And then that checklist goes to your supervision. They look it over, they ensure that you're actually signed off, and then that checklist goes from your supervision to your supervision's supervision. So the section chiefs, the maintenance chiefs, the maintenance superintendent, they'll make the final decision on if you will be an FCC or not. Now, the fulfilling your duties is the best part of being an FCC. First thing you do is you go with the plane wherever it's going. And for this, I'm going to use an example. Just recently, I was in North Carolina, and we went to Pope Army Airfield. Our mission for that week that we were there was to train the 101st Airborne Division, which are the paratroopers, make sure they have training to jump out of the plane when they need to, and we also trained the Air Force combat controllers with their high altitude, low oxygen, or halo drops. Now, that was our mission, was to make sure that these guys get the training they need in order to get to the battlefield and use that training. So once you have your mission and once you get there, the plane can break, the plane can have issues, and that's what I'm there for. I'm there to make sure that those issues get fixed. Now, there's two different ways to find these issues. There's the inspection phase, which is once the plane lands, you look over the plane, make sure all the systems look good, make sure there's no visible damage, and then there's unscheduled maintenance that can come up. Let's say that's a tire or an engine, and that the tire being the least severe, the engine being the most severe of it. Now, that's where that other knowledge comes into play. You need to make sure that you can fix that major maintenance. And that is your purpose as an FCC. Now, fulfilling your FCC duty is crucial to the mission of the aircraft because you never know what you might be called on to do next. My last TDY was to Pope for training, but my next TDY could be taking another aircraft to a deployed location to ensure that people get evacuated or cargo gets delivered to wherever it needs to go. You never know what you could do next, so you need to be ready for that. Being a flying crew chief doesn't just mean flying around the world and seeing new places. Yes, that's the great part of it. You get to see things other people don't get to see, but that's not it. You must be mature enough as an individual that you can say and look your pilots in the eye and say, yes, this plane is safe. I trust this plane with my life, and I trust you to fly it in order to get it to where it's need to go. And you have to remember that it's a multi-million-dollar government asset, so they won't just pick anybody for it. So I hope you understand more of what I do now and understand the importance of what it means to everybody in the military knows that mission comes first. So thank you.